I am back, YouTube. I am Danielle, better known as Danielle, the Happy Medium, and in this particular video topic, we're going to talk about psychic vampires and what is a psychic vampire. So the title in itself is enough to scare the willies off of just about anybody, I would say. The fact that it's a vampire and the fact that people automatically assume that vampires suck blood, because that is what Hollywood, or that is what we have been led to believe over many, many years. Psychic vampires are basically you and me. What tends to happen with the title of psychic vampires, psychic is people who sit with you, who draw off your energy. Most people have our own energy supplies, and most of us have our own energy system. In fact, all of us do, because each and every living thing has an auric field and has an energy system of its own. Some people's vibrate a lot quicker, like mine. Some people's vibrate a little bit lower, depending on where you are within the mind and how your mind is working on every particular day. Remember, the mind alters and changes every day because of the personal experiences or the things that we go through on a day-to-day basis. It is because that life gets in the way there. So what tends to happen, some days we can be very bright, very bubbly, very sort of, shining like a star in the sky. Other days we can feel a little bit down or a little bit flat, and that can alter and change the energy in which that we live within, because our thoughts ultimately determine how we feel, the way we vibrate, and what we're giving off on a day-to-day basis, which changes and alters the auric field. So when we talk about psychic vampires, so say for example, I was sitting with a person who wasn't really in a very good place. They'd had a lot going on, they'd had a lot of grief, or they'd lost some people who were very, very close to them. Their vibration is going to be a lot different to my vibration. So if I'm sitting with these people for any length of time, and because I'm a sensitive, and if I do not have control of my own energy there, what can happen is this particular person, not knowingly doing it, will start to draw from my energy because it will make them feel better. It is a bit like when we're in the hospitals or any places like that. You will find that if you've been to visit any kind of relative or anybody in particular, then people in there are poorly, they're not very well, and they are in a lower vibration because they're unwell there. You will tend to find if you've gone in there very, very happy, very, very bright and very, very cheerful, you may come out of there feeling a little bit flat or a little bit sort of lower in energy than what you were when you first went in. Why? Because the person who was sitting, you were sitting beside, or the room in which you were sitting in, will automatically draw from you because they're wanting to feel better there. Now, what happens here is with the sensitive, the psychic, or the medium, you need to be keeping an eye on your energy, checking it out, making sure that you're not giving your energy away for free, because ultimately you need your energy in order for you to be able to stay safe and be able to live the life that you want to live and be comfortable in the energy system in which that you live in. So how do you stop that, Danielle? How do you don't allow people to do them things? So a lot of people were talking to me about tools, and I am going to be doing a video straight after this one about that. So crystals, putting shields up, putting guarding up, this type of thing. Really, all you need to do is put your intention to it. So when you're going into these particular places, especially for those in the work system or in the work field where they may be working with people who are, not of a good a vibration as you are, your intention should be, before you step into that place, my energy system is my own. It does not belong to anybody, and I do not give my energy away for free. That way, you've already put your intention in, and that is what will happen. You will not give your energy away for free. What tends to happen with a lot of empaths or people who do not, mediums, who do not have their energy under control or do not have their energy system in place, what tends to happen is you are like a beacon light for people who are not in a good place. And unfortunately, in this walking world, there is some people out there who want to take whatever you have. What I call, we are givers, they are takers. And they see givers is a prime opportunity. If they're not in a good place or they haven't got their energy system protected, they will come over, take what they need and leave. And that is what happens here in life as well. And for those who are the general public, you will find that you will have certain friends, certain family members, or people who you move around with, who you sit sometimes with when you're feeling really good, and when they leave, you feel incredibly flat because you've given all of your energy and all of your resources to that person. And while that is good, and if you don't mind feeling exhausted all of the time, and you don't mind give, then by all means keep on doing what you're doing. But eventually what happens is you end up running on nothing. You end up with no reserves, you end up with nothing for yourself, and then you as the medium or the general public have to take 6 months out because you've got to replenish and you've got to put you right again there. So the best thing to do is if you're with anybody who isn't in a good place or doesn't feel quite right to you or doesn't look too good to you, put your intention to, it is my energy belongs to me, and you are not allowed to take from my energy there. The title in itself, Psychic Vampire, is, as it says, psychic. It is psychic energy. It is your energy they're drawing. They cannot draw from the spirit world because they're not a worker for the spirit world unless you are working for the spirit world, which you're not. When it is psychic, it is talking about your psychic auric field, which is why we get psychic vampire. Vampires take. So I hope that you will understand what I mean when I talk about this particular topic or this particular video content there. I would like to say for anybody who is using crystals, tools, these types of things, what you're doing is just changing the attention in which that I've spoke about here and giving the attention to the crystals to protect you. All you need to do is take the crystals out and learn to trust and believe in the intention that you've pushed out there with the mind, because the mind is always in control. I've been Danielle, better known as Danielle, the Happy Medium, and I'll be seeing you lot all very, very soon.